One of the people who was forced from her home is Kristin Burhoe. She lost her house in the fire and has made the decision to leave Fort McMurray for good. She joins us now from Edmonton. So Kristin, first of all, I'm sorry that you lost your home. What have the last 2 weeks been like for you?
It's been pretty crazy, overwhelming, lots of tears. But it's nice to be able to be with family at this time, and yeah, just at least we're all safe. That's all that matters.
Where are you? You're staying with family in Edmonton, or where are you staying?
Yeah, so I'm staying at my sister's house in Edmonton.
Okay, so you have 2 kids. I understand one is just 18 months old and the other is 6. How are the kids doing?
The baby's fine. She doesn't really notice anything. My son, the 6-year-old, Camden, he's been having a hard time with it, asking stuff about his house and when we can go back and about play dates that aren't going to happen anytime soon. So we're sending them to PEI just to get their minds off things.
And so who's in PEI?
Their grandparents.
Their grandparents.
Yeah.
So you've made some decisions about this, right? I mean, you've thought about it and thought what to do about whether or not you're going to go back to Fort McMurray, and what have you decided?
Correct. Subsequently after the fire, my husband and I have both been laid off. So that kind of helped us make a decision. And then with proof that our house was gone and all the way down to the foundation, we've decided we're not going to return to Fort McMurray.
Were you working in related to the oil sands, or what were your jobs?
I was doing data entry, and my husband was a warranty coordinator.
Okay. And so why did you make the decision that, that you're not going back to Fort Mac? That, I guess, are you moving to PEI? Is that where you're going to move?
We're going to test the waters out in PEI because I've only ever lived in Fort McMurray, so I don't really know if I'll like anything besides Fort McMurray. But I think the stress, perhaps, the job layoffs, and the uncertainty of what it's going to be like when we return, were all deciding factors.
So you're originally from Fort McMurray, right?
I'm a rare bird. Yes, born and raised.
So that is rare. You know, I've spoken to so many people over the past couple of weeks, and I don't know whether I've spoken to anyone that was born and raised. So what's this like for you, just in terms of losing your home and seeing your hometown where you were born and raised, suffer in the way that it has?
I wear my heart on my sleeve, so it's been very hard for me. I have about 10 personal friends that have all lost their homes as well. And for me, my stuff doesn't matter, but my kids lost some stuff that they're sad about. I lost my wedding rings. So hopefully we can sift through and maybe find those. But my husband said I should have been wearing them anyways. But it's hard to see my city like that and all burning, and I was scared, and everyone there was scared. I saw cops crying. It's just something you can't shake.
Do you feel like it would be too tough to go back there and rebuild?
Yes, I do. I know I have friends that are going back and they didn't think twice about it, but for us, it's just not something I want to do at this time.
And so how do you explain to your 6-year-old when your 6-year-old is asking about those play dates and asking about where the toys are? How do you say, what do you say?
For him so far, we just reminded him that we're not the only ones. He has 2 people in his grade 1 class that have also lost their homes. So we just put that in retrospect for him and said, so-and-so has also lost their home, and we have to be strong, and everything's replaceable. And all that matters is that we got out safe, because that's the miracle in all of this, is that 88,000 people got out safe. So.
Well, we wish you luck. Just last point to you. Do you have hope that maybe PEI could become a special place? I know a lot of people who are from there. It is a pretty good place to live.
It's beautiful there. I go there for 2 weeks at a time. It's a lot slower than Fort McMurray. In Fort McMurray, though, I didn't have the option to stay at home with my kids. My husband and I both needed to work. So it's going to be exciting to see if I can be able to stay at home with the kids and not have to get daycare. So crossing my fingers, I'll enjoy it.
All right. Well, Kristin, we appreciate you taking the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Kristin Burhoe joined us from Edmonton.